JuJu, good morning.
Good morning.
In weeks when the running game isn't working well compared to weeks where it is working well, what kind of strain does that put on the passing game? And when it is doing well, how much does that help the passing game?
Puts a lot of pressure on the passing game when the running game is not there just because, there's a balance. And that's, something we try to have, throughout the whole season. And, when one doesn't work, we try to lean too much on the other. And the defense can be playing it, perfectly, the pass game. So that's tough. And obviously when the run game is working and the pass game is not, we just try to, make it do because the passing helps the run game, opening it up, spreading out DBs and not having a lot of people in the box. And then the run game obviously helps up the pass game and hand in hand. So at the end of the day, we try to have a balanced offense for us to work. And if it doesn't work out, then it's a lot harder to win a game.
Brooke Pryor.
Hey, JuJu. I know this time a year ago you were dealing with the knee injury and going through some of those things, but also this time a year ago you guys were getting ready to play Buffalo with the playoff berth on the line. You guys controlled your own destiny. You're kind of in the same situation this year going into a game against Buffalo. Does it feel like deja vu at all? What did you guys learn from that experience last year of almost being able to clinch a playoff berth and then the season ended obviously in that 3-game skid?
I would say, compared to last year and this year, I think our chances, our offense, defense, special teams were a lot better than last year. The situation we were in last year, but I think, going to this game, I feel good. I feel pretty good. Being able to play in this game is to be cool. Obviously in Buffalo, but I think it's just like, we take this game slowly. It's a big AFC East team that's leading the division, so it's going to be a great one. So I can't wait.
Jeff Hathorn.
Hey, JuJu, what is the conversation in the room about drops, and what do you say to guys as a leader of that group about it?
I mean, as far as dropping the ball, it's more so of, people were just trying to, make a play before it happens, A lot of times you'll see the guy try to run before catching the ball, just trying to get upfield, and it's very simple. These are easy passes that we're doing. We're doing nothing too crazy. These are passes that, we can make, if you're just focused and concentrating. So, this is something that they've been doing their whole life, so I don't really say much. I just say, keep your head up. We still got a lot of game to play, and the outcome of it, can still change.
Ray Fittipaldo.
Hey, JuJu, early in your career, you made a name for yourself by making big plays down the field, long touchdowns, that sort of thing. Do you think you could help this offense more if you guys got back to that, if you were a little bit more versatile in the routes that you run?
Yeah, ideally, I've always felt like, I can be able to run downfield and, those deep passes. Compared to last year or 2 years ago, the route tree that I was running was a lot different. Obviously playing inside and outside. And this year, everything's a lot, shorter. But at the end of the day, whatever they put in front of me, that's what I'm here to do.
Will Graves.
Hey, JuJu, the other day, Mike T's talking about the drops. He said, look, if we don't have guys out there that can catch it, we'll put guys in there that can. What kind of message does that send to the room? And when you have you still have a pretty young group in there in terms of experience, is it your job to kind of say, hey, look, he's just trying to get us to step our game up and not to overreact to anything that he might say in terms of playing time?
Yeah, I think as far as that, I think that's just motivation. Coach T always been transparent. If you can't do your job, we'll get someone to do it. And that's something that he's always said. And he's proven that, we fired players before and brought in new guys. So that is something that's not new. So he's definitely right about that. So, and like I said, some people take it differently, but, for us as a team, our receiver group and our tight ends and our running backs, we take it, very personal that, it's just motivation to get better and catch the balls.
Yeah, Alex, you're kind of the latest one of a number of replacements you guys have had on the defensive side of the ball, and it seems like every week that there's a replacement, the level of play doesn't really drop off a ton. What is it about this defense and about the players that you guys have that's allowed, you guys to plug in guys and keep going and keep maintaining a certain level?
I think it's, just everyone being prepared. I think that's what makes it such a great team and such a great defense. It's just because, everyone, works so hard, and we're all just so dedicated to, the ultimate goal of winning Super Bowl. And so it's just about being prepared. I feel like, that's what, the next man up mentality is something that's always been here. And so guys being prepared is a reason, that guys have been able to come in and fill in. And so, just knowing that I'm feeling it right now, I just want to be my best self and just be as productive I can be to help this team win.
All right, next up, Tim Benz.
Alex, what are the talking points you're getting from your coaches this week when it comes to dealing with Josh Allen, a quarterback that can scramble, one that is not afraid, especially to escape to his right where TJ is? What are they looking from you this week to be a part of handling him? Yeah, so just overall, we got to get to him first and foremost. We know that he's dangerous, so we got to be able to keep him in the pocket, and that's what makes him such a a great quarterback, is because not only can he throw the ball, but he can run the ball as well. So he's definitely been an emphasis for us, and so I think that our key to stopping them with defense is to get after him, rushing the passer, and just to keep him in the pocket, because if we're out of our rush lanes or whatever, he might be able to get out. So it's just about keeping him in the pocket, being aggressive in that aspect.
Dale Lawley, Pittsburgh Sports.
Alex, I'm just wondering, you guys have played some scrambling quarterbacks this season, notably Lamar Jackson, and there's a lot of design runs for him. Do they do any of the similar stuff with a lot of design runs for Allen? And can you take anything that you did against Baltimore and use that against a guy like Allen?
There's definitely some that they have. It's not as much as like a Lamar Jackson or other quarterbacks in the league that run like him, but there's definitely some. And so we definitely got a good plan in place for him. Like I said, it's going to start with get to him and rushing the passer, and so that's really what it's all going to be about. But we definitely have a good plan in place. Just got to go out and execute it.
Jeff Hawthorne.
Alex, how would you assess how it went Monday, and what was it like to be in a game with that many snaps again?
Yeah, it was just went out, just want to be the best that I could be, just went out there and just had that mindset, just that next man up mentality, just, to go in there and just be as productive as I can be. Honestly, I set a high standard for myself, and I know I can be much better. And so I'm just going to continue to build every week, just continue to get better. That's the goal, just to be able to help this team win, because I got to fill in and just be my best self.
Anthony Jaskulski.
Alex, just going off with the snap count that you see, you saw 55 snaps on the D line, but you also got 10 snaps on special teams. Does that just say something about your versatility and something that a lot of people noted when you came out of Charlotte, your football IQ and just knowing the play that's in front of you? Is that what's keeping you on the field this much?
Yeah, I just, like I said, I just coming in, just doing whatever they asked me to do, as of right now, know that I've had to step up into a bigger role. And so, but, I've always prepared, and I'm just taking the same mindset that I've had, from when I was not playing as much to when I am now. So just definitely more locked in as well right now. And just, that's what I'd say. Just doing the things I can do day to day, just be the best that I can be. And so, but I've been on special teams as well, still on point, because they still want me on that. So just like I said, just doing whatever I can day to day, just be the best that I can be.
All right, we've got two more guys. Alan Saunders.
Yeah, Alex, you've been working as a rotational player or a package player. When you come into a starting role and you get all those snaps, most of the time, against the same guy. Can you talk about the kind of mental back and forth between you and that tackle, and how you feel like you're able to use your repertoire of moves and things like that, and that kind of mind game back and forth in a different way than you would be able to when you're only getting a handful of snaps?
Yeah, that's one thing. It's easier to set up rushes, the more rushes that you have. So it's really kind of like a chess match I'm playing with them. So just really beginning of the game, this past game I was trying to set up different moves. And so that's what I'm just going to try to work as well this week. And, the more rushes I get, the easier it is, to set up different moves. And so that's just kind of the key for me, just playing chess with them and working different stuff at the beginning of the game to be able to set stuff up for later in the game.
And we'll wrap it up with Chris Adamski. Chris?
Alex, I know it's slightly different position room, but just over on the defense, how is Avery Williamson? You know, he's a veteran. He's kind of known that way. Has he fit in with you guys? Is he kind of, you know, despite being new, kind of been a, I don't want to say mentor maybe or something like that since he is a veteran and you know, fit into your defense both on the field and off the field?
Yeah, he's been great so far. He's fitting right with us. You know, just seeing, you know, I think, you know, he's played great, you know, since he's been in. I'm just, you know, excited to see, you know, him grow in our defense. But, you know, just him being a veteran coming in has been awesome, you know, because not only he's been a great player on the field, but he's been a great teammate as well. You know, as a guy, you know, who I can always talk to. And so it's been great, you know, having him as an addition to our team. Like I said, I'm just excited to continue to have him on our defense.
Cam, you guys shut down Terry McLaurin pretty well. They kind of got you with some backs and the tight end involved a little bit, but on the outside, it seemed like you guys were taking care of business. How did you kind of break that down within the defense when you went back and looked at the film about how you did and how much was taking away McLaurin a key for you guys?
And we did a good job. Obviously, you know, a player like that, you know, we've seen, you know, for the past 2 years, you know, what he does out there on each and every week. And obviously he's an ascending player who's only going to continue to grow, you know, as an individual and for that organization. And like I said, we did a good job. Obviously we didn't do enough, you know, as a whole, you know, to come out with the outcome that we wanted to. And that's just something for us to continue to keep building off of. You know, obviously week in, week out, we're faced with different challenges, whether it's a star receiver, star running back, you know, quarterback, you name it, you know, whatever it is. And obviously just in general, just another opponent, you know, we don't look over anybody, don't look past anybody. And, you know, like I said, just good things continue to happen for you when you do your job, you stay out the way and, you just come to work and just get after it.
All right, next up, Tim Benz.
Cam, what have you learned so far about your tape study this week going into the game when looking at Josh Allen as opposed to maybe what you saw going into the game late last year?
Yeah, you know, obviously very versatile quarterback. Obviously a leader. You know, he's definitely the catalyst. You know, obviously on that side of the ball, and you know everything obviously starts with him and runs through him. You know, obviously he's done a great job of taking that step. You know, in this year, you know, he's obviously making a lot of checks and calls at the line. They're giving a lot more freedom, you know, moving guys around and getting, you know, putting himself in the offense and in good situations to obviously stay on schedule and make plays out there on the field. And obviously that's just a testament to, you know, to him. You know, obviously I'm sure he's a hardworking person, you know, a humble guy. You know, can make all the throws. You know, you do all the things. You know, that you need. Obviously, in a quarterback and a leader, and he's playing good football right now. So, like I said, we just got to be on our game and just be ready to play.
Next up, Brooke Pryor, ESPN.
Hey, Cam, this time a year ago, you guys were going to play Buffalo. They were coming here, but you were also playing them with a playoff berth on the line. It's a kind of a similar situation this year, but how different is this year's team in the situation that you guys are in going to play Buffalo at this point in the season than where you were a year ago?
I mean, I don't necessarily look at it like that. And obviously it's another opportunity, another week. You know, we're obviously a team that just came off of a loss, you know, and that doesn't just say just because we're coming out of a loss, you know, we're coming out hype and this and that, you know, that's the same mentality week in, week out anyways. You know, you step out there on the field, regardless of opponent, regardless of record, none of that, any of that doesn't matter. And like I said, it's another opportunity, you know, to showcase who you are as an individual and our brand as an organization, you know, and that's just something for us to continue to build upon. And like I said, let that keep leading us, you know, for the rest of the year.
All right, we've got time for two more. Will Graves, Associated Press.
Cam, I'm sort of curious, you know, last week DeCastro, when he was talking to us, was talking about sort of not having fans in the stands and how it had been sort of weird. Like in the beginning of the year, it was sort of just like a rare, so it was sort of interesting. And now it's sort of blah. And he said, you know, sometimes it's like, what are we even doing out here? I'm sort of curious from how mentally draining has this season been in terms of trying to get prepared each week and having to live within the restrictions of what you guys are doing?
You gonna bully me like this? Yeah, get it right.
Okay, I'm sorry. But it hasn't been draining at all overall. Obviously, it's how you handle it as an individual. It starts with yourself first, and you can't obviously control anyone else. You got to take care of your business first. It was obviously a change up, when you go from not having fans to having fans to going back to not having fans or whatever it is. But it don't take away from the game. Obviously, no one's really worried about the fans. Obviously, it's great to have. We want our fans there. We would love to have our sold out crowds and everything, but we're in crazy times right now. You know what I mean? And obviously everyone's moving on a moving train and figuring out these things on the fly, and we just got to roll with it. So just got to be open and receptive to change, and just get in where you fit in at. You know what I mean? Find your way, find your path, and stick to that.
Awesome. Last one, Chris Adamski.
Cam, now that the undefeated season's over, are you able to say how much you guys were that motivating? I know you said want to know every week. The Super Bowl obviously is more important, of course, but was that a motivating factor being part of that history? And then there's that school of thought that now that you lost, you'll be better off in the long run. Is there any to that in your mind?
Not necessarily not to say you don't think about the loss or think about undefeated records and all that, but like I said, just 1 week at a time. Obviously we know we have a big goal, a big vision and everything, but we don't take care of our business obviously week in, week out. We won't even get to see that opportunity. So it's not about Super Bowls, it's not about playoff bursts, it's not about none of that. All that stuff comes within what we're doing week in, week out. And like I said, if we're not obviously taking care of our business out there on the field to get the result that we want to, we can't live up to these high expectations that we have for ourselves and for this organization. So that's just kind of just putting that in a small perspective, because everyone always talk, okay, undefeated season and this and that, and okay, we're going to the playoffs and the Super Bowl and this and that, but like I said, we're worried about Buffalo this week. That's, and if anybody's telling you anything different, then they in it for the wrong reason. So